Welcome back to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. You will see in just a few seconds. Today we have a full house, much fuller than yesterday, and there's a lot of very positive energy right here in the studios with us. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35 at 1:30 in the afternoons. Besides this yoga fitness program, we have a website, yogaxpress.com, which will come up every now and then during the program. From my extreme right, we have Ron Thomas. Ron is a producer here at Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Ron, anything more you'd like to add to what you told us about your show yesterday? Today we have less time than yesterday, but you still have your 30 seconds.
We just had free energy with Nikola Tesla and water-powered cars and movies.
That's the latest theme of your show?
Yeah, that's what we did last week.
Okay.
Actually, cars were powered by water
Cars powered by water?
100 years ago. The first cars were powered by water.
Wow, hydraulic cars.
Didn't go too fast.
Time flies. Welcome back to the show, Ron. To Ron's left and to my almost extreme right, we have Sandy Kane. Sandy, welcome back to the show. Anything you'd like to...
Well, you can come see me as the Naked Cowgirl in Times Square on 46th Street and Broadway. And also I did my first new TV show, Naked Cowgirl Singing, today. And it was, it could be better, but I did it. And just just do it. And it's really great to be back doing yoga after that show.
Wonderful. That's right. I know you were taping in the other studio. You were taping in the other studio while we were busy oming it out over here.
Yes, and it was great. I really got to contact yoga, and I needed it.
I'm glad you decided to come here.
Too, right?
Welcome back, Sandy. I'm going to
Times Square.
save our special guest for the last. To my extreme left, we have Talisa Michela, and keeping an eye on Talisa is baby Alexander to her left.
Yes.
Talisa, welcome back.
It's a pleasure to always be here. It's always a delight to come to yoga. I haven't actually been practicing on my own. I've been trying to get back into my yoga practice at home doing the some kundalini that we did that last
Right,
time.
with Harina, yeah.
With the paperwork that I had. I'm
Right.
trying to get back doing it again. It's been I miss it. It's
We
very
miss you
pleasant.
too, so I'm glad you made it today. And the little guy is surprisingly quiet now. He knows when to keep quiet, doesn't he?
Don't
Wonderful.
jinx it. Don't jinx it.
Don't explain.
Okay, I won't say anything.
Yeah, right. Oh.
To my immediate left, we have Jonathan Booth. Jonathan, welcome back to the show.
Thank you very
Any
much.
thoughts on yesterday's episode, the last episode that you stretched with us?
Well, I haven't stretched over for about a week.
You were
after
away for your
working.
birthday
Yes.
bash, yeah?
And I did get like a huge peace of mind while I was down in Florida, and I'm maintaining to bring that same attitude and motivation and demeanor up here, which I have been carrying on with me so far. And to do this yoga class and continue coming here will put a whole lot more on top of it. So
That's a very good mission right there. You need to have a goal to work towards, and you're doing that. Great.
thank you.
I'm going to save our special guest for one more minute while I acknowledge our crew. Josie and Hurd, our director, thank you so much for being there for us when we needed you. We have Nick Chileshe on camera and Fungai Moboreke. Fungai, this time I got your name and your spelling right. It's Maboreke. Body music by Cesar De Para, and opening track, the Ohms, the three Ohms you heard, from the first track of Sapta Tandavam. To my immediate right, our special guest once more for today, Radan Sturm. Radan is Training and Development Manager. Did I get it right finally?
Almost.
Ouch. What is it
It'll
right?
be the fourth time lucky.
Director of Training, Director of Training and Development.
By the end of the half an hour, you'll see what I am.
You did a great job in the last couple of episodes. We enjoyed you. We had missed you too. So you had been away for about 3 months. Can you
Yeah.
blame me for forgetting your title?
No,
I remembered
no.
your name.
As long as you don't forget
Welcome
me,
back.
that's fine.
Welcome back to the
good to be
show,
back.
Radan. What were your thoughts on yesterday, on the last episode?
Well, I think we
Were we
finished
doing
with the
anything?
balances,
Right.
which was
We
fantastic.
started actually.
Oh, we started.
We got some more.
We've got some more today,
Oh, yeah.
which is great. It's a great way because everybody can do it. You're
Right.
already on your feet. You don't have to get up and down off the ground.
Right.
And there's different steps depending on your ability. So I think balances it for everybody, which is good.
You brought up a very good point just before we started. You said we could focus on some of the breathing exercises as well. So we're going to do just that because breathing definitely helps center us and it helps with our balance postures.
And we stay alive, which is good.
That would help a lot, right? We need to breathe to stay alive. But in yoga, what we do is focus breathing. So here's what we're going to do. Sit in a comfortable position. We're all going to sit in positions that are comfortable for us. We have different anatomical proportions. If you're very tall, you have a longer waist, you may want to sit cross-legged. I like to sit on my heels because this makes me feel comfortable. Whatever way you need your torso to move up. So we're going to practice 3 simple breathing techniques, very effective, simple at the same time. The first one is called Ujjayi. Ujjayi literally translates to victorious. Here's what you do. If you're sitting cross-legged, you may want to sit with your palm open, index finger and thumb touching. You do not have to worry about any religious significance to that. Just think of it of internalizing the experience. You're keeping your energy within yourself. And if you're sitting the way I'm sitting on your heels, do the same thing with your fingers. Keep your palms facing down. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the lungs. And then hold it right there for a moment. Exhale. Now, the next breath that you take in, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to fill your lungs with air, but you're going to take in the air through the back of the throat. So it's like sucking in air in the back of your throat. So it's like a deep whispering sound. Let's try that. All together. Inhale. Exhale through the back of your throat. We'll try that 2 more times, and you want to make that a nice audible sound. You want to be able to hear it. So it's a deep whispering sound. Try that 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. The 3rd time around, we are going to inhale to the count of 4, hold to the count of 2, and exhale to the count of 8, all from the back of the throat. So let's try that 1 more time. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath to the count of 4. Hold and exhale. That's a tri-cycle of the Ujjayi breath. So you could try this about 2 or 3 times a day. It is a very energizing breath. We're going to try 2 other breathing techniques. There is something called Bhastrika. Bhastrika literally means bellows, and it's a deep inhale, a brisk, deep but brisk inhale and exhale, just the way the bellows, the blacksmiths would do in the olden days. The bellows would go in and out. You're going to use your lower abdominal region to inhale and exhale. So you're actually going to take the air in through the nose. But let's try it together. Take a deep breath in through the belly. Fill the belly with air. Hold it. Exhale. Now it's the same motion, but you're going to do it faster. And they're called strokes. When you move fast, the belly moves in and out quite fast. It's called strokes. So let's try that this time. We're going to go at the rate of maybe 4 or 5 strokes for every 10 seconds. Let's try that. Inhale. Let's move faster. Now, slow down. Let's take another deep breath. This time, fill your lungs completely with air. Take enough air for you to move really fast on those strokes. Let's see if we can get our engines. This is like a train engine moving out of the station. Now it's going to move really fast. Deep breath in through the belly. Use your nostrils too now. When you've completely run out of air, let it be a deep exhale. Depends on individual lung power. So if some of you have greater lung power, you may be able to hold these strokes. You may have 15, 20 strokes a minute. Sometimes people go to 30 or 40 strokes. It's very energizing and it helps strengthen your abdominal muscles. We'll try that one more time, and this time we're going to start off, take a deep breath in, start off slow, move a little faster, and then move really fast, all in the same single breath. So you need to take a deep inhale, use your nostrils and your belly. Nostrils to inhale, belly to exhale. Let's try that. A little faster. Faster. Good. Those of you who have greater lung power can keep going. Keep going as long as you have air in your lungs. Now, one more breathing technique. Does anyone already feel a little heady?
Yeah, a little bit
You
warmed
do,
up.
right? Warmed up, and I sort of feel like I'm floating a little bit. Talisa?
Probably shouldn't do it if you have a cold.
Oh, yes. Maybe keep lots of tissues around you. That's right. Actually, it probably helps clear the sinuses, too. The next one, the next breath is even worse to do when you have a cold. It's called Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati literally means shining skull. So it's just very brisk exhales. The inhale also happens. Remember, inhale happens, but you're going to do that silently. You're just going to do a loud exhale, brisk exhale. Let's try that. Take a deep breath in first. So once you get the gist of that, only the exhale is going to be loud. The inhale is going to happen silently. So let's try that one more time. One more time to redeem ourselves. Let's take a deep breath in. Nice deep inhale. Let's see if we can try about 15 strokes. Now, very nice. If you're practicing at home, remember, use your lung power to do more and more strokes every day. Increase the number of strokes every day. And if you're in a classroom where there are lots of people, you have all that group energy, take advantage of that, because it really is very motivating to practice breathing techniques with others as well. Okay, here's what we're going to do before our feet freeze. We're all going to stand up, and Radan is going to point out all the... Radan, you still awake?
Yes, just.
We're going to start with the balanced postures. We're going to start where we left off yesterday. And in balanced postures, remember one big tip. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. So we're all going to stand up, and this is for our camera people. On camera, I did mention, in case I forgot, Nick Chileshe and Fungai, Moboreke, and Josiane Hurd in the control room. Now, are your feet frozen? That's all right. We sat for quite some time, and remember, we were sitting on our ankles, or, basically with our legs crossed. So you want to just move your ankles a little bit, let the blood move, let your blood circulate, because we are going to get into balanced postures. But the good thing about the breathing technique, it helps center your mind, and balance will be so much easier. Let's start with the Tula Danda, the balancing scales. Bring your right foot out in front. Take your left foot back. Place your palms in front of your chest, elbows are raised. Inhale, raise your arms up. Lean forward, transfer your weight to your right leg, and then raise the left foot. Exhale, dip your torso, raise the left leg. Look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. In our case, it could be the mic. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Let's switch legs. Radan, while we come out of the posture, feel free to give us some guidelines about what muscles to use, especially in this posture you're talking about.
Yeah.
The core.
Yeah, your core, which is your back muscles, your side, and your stomach muscles, work in unison as you lean forward.
Right,
So you
come
don't
back.
actually have to really think about that because that happens automatically.
Right,
which is
because
good.
we're trying to stay balanced, right?
Yeah. One thing you can see is what your hips are doing. So
Right.
sometimes when you lean forward, your hips twist to the side. So
gotta
you
be
can,
careful.
for the extra challenge is to try and keep your hips perpendicular or parallel to the ground as you come forward.
Okay.
And that'll actually give you a bigger stretch down the leg that you're standing on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should anyway.
No.
In theory.
If it should, then that's what we should feel because then we're doing it right.
That's
okay.
right.
Bring your left foot forward, take your right leg back, palms in front of your chest. Inhale, take your arms up. Now let's lean forward, transfer your weight to your left leg, and make sure you make note of what Radan just said. Keep
So
your hips
drop.
centered.
So pushing your right hip towards the ground as you flex forward.
Inhale, lower your torso, raise your right leg. Jonathan, that's a little insect in front of you that's distracting you. That little guy refuses to leave us. Inhale, let's come up. That was a good tip about using the back muscles. Exhale and release. I never thought of that. I was always sort of
I mean,
bent
the other thing you could do is put your hands on your hips
and just lean forward.
and lean forward.
Let's
This
try
makes
that.
it a little bit easier because your
Okay.
center of gravity is lower.
All right. Is it because of the arms that
The
the,
arms,
center
yeah.
of gravity
So you
shifts?
might find to balance
Let's
it a
try
bit
that.
easier.
Transfer your
And
weight.
then you can also feel where your hips are. Because if your arms are up here, you don't know what your
You
hips
don't
are doing.
realize that. Okay, let's try that. Place your hands on your hips, lean forward, raise the right leg. So dip your torso, raise the right leg. Great, that's much easier and so much. Inhale, let's come down. Great tip, thank you, Radan.
So
Let's
we've
try
all
it on the other
improved by
side.
100%. Wow.
Well, this is a great progression. Then maybe later we can
You do
take our
the
arms
arms.
up. Let's do it on the other side too. Let's try that. Bring your right foot forward, take your left leg back. Now transfer your weight to your right leg. Place your hands on your hips, keep your hips centered. Lower your torso, raise your left leg. This time, no excuse, you've got to raise the left leg as high as possible. Keep your left foot flexed. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. So much easier, thanks for the great tip. Left hand on the left hip for balance. Inhale, turn the right foot out to the side, raise your right foot up. Hold on to the right big toe, Jonathan. Yes, that's a good idea. Watch out, Talisa's going to go all out. Exhale and extend. Bring your right leg out in front of you. Look at a point that doesn't move. And if you want to take it further, Talisa, feel free to demonstrate. Talisa has very good balance, especially in this posture. She does bring it out to the side. That's where we're all keeping out of her way. Great. Inhale and release. I came out too soon out of that posture. So if you want to hold it for a longer time, that's fine. Sometimes when you come out of a posture, it's even more important to come out gracefully. Getting in is not as important. Sometimes it's more important to come out gracefully, right?
Yeah.
That means we are holding ourselves well. Transfer your weight to your right leg. Inhale, raise your right foot, hold on to the left big toe. Exhale and extend. And then if you want to take it out to the side, feel free. Hi, Dean. Feel free. Inhale, very gently, bring your leg back. Exhale and release. Well done, Dean. You should be coming here on the mat, sir. Now, the next posture we have for you is Natarajasana, and Dean, feel free to join us. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Place your right hand on your right hip. Ron, this is a time, those of you, if you want to use a prop, this is a good time, especially in balanced postures. Use a chair or the edge of a table. Hold on to the left ankle from behind. And when you feel nice and centered, look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. Inhale, raise your right arm up. Exhale, dip your torso, raise your left leg. When we come out of the posture, Radan, I'm looking forward to your explanation.
Yes, it's difficult to talk
I know.
in that position.
Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. Any tips on how to hold?
Well, it is interesting. If you hold the foot on here, you're going to
Right.
be stretching the front of the ankle.
Right.
But
right.
if you can hold the foot on your shin bone,
At the
you're going to be
end,
stretching more into your quad.
We tend to do that at the shin.
Yeah.
So,
So-
you're stretching more of the quads.
That's right.
That's good to know.
Which is the idea, I think.
Yeah. Well, and we
Depends
say
what you want
flex
to
your
stretch.
foot.
That's right.
Right. When you flex your foot too, you get more of a stretch in the back.
That's right, when you point it.
Right.
Or when you bring it up.
flex it, yeah.
Correct.
You sort of bring it up this way. Let's try the other leg. Hold on. Place your left hand on your left hip. Inhale, raise the right foot. Hold on to your right ankle from behind with the right hand. When you feel nice and steady, look at a point in front of you that doesn't move. Inhale, raise the left arm up. Exhale, dip your torso, raise the right leg. And then flex your right foot. And now I'm doing it with greater awareness since Radan mentioned that. So I'm going to hold it at the ankle. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale and release. For viewers out there who are stretching with us, just know our holding times in the studio are longer, just for you. We are workshopping these postures. You don't have to hold it this long. You want to just hold it as long as you can feel centered. When you feel you're getting a little tired, come out of it. You want to come out gracefully. One more balanced posture, and then we move on to the remainder of the standing postures. Transfer your weight to the left leg. Cross your right knee over your left. I'm not sure how much the guys are going to like this. Wrap your right foot around your left calf. And if you want to take this a little deeper, you may want to bend the left knee. Radan, if there's any danger to doing that, please caution us. Let us know.
Seems okay so far.
Okay.
I haven't heard anything
Right.
break.
No cracks.
Anyone break a leg yet?
Not
No?
yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Right knee is up. Inhale the left arm up. Dip the left elbow over the right and twine your palms together. Look at a point that doesn't move. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Untangle your right leg, untangle your arms, and let's switch legs.
It's a lot of
Transfer your
coordination,
weight.
that one.
It is,
Yeah.
because you're thinking of the right leg and then the left
breathing.
hand and breathing.
Yeah.
That's
But-
something we,
Yeah, it's actually quite safe though,
It
the
is,
position,
right.
because there's no pressure really on any joints.
What are we working? We're just working the abductors, is it the other
Well,
ones
you're
on
probably
there?
just
Are we
more
doing
working your
anything?
balance than anything.
Right,
And your
okay.
coordination above all.
Okay.
You might struggle having your foot right around here
Yeah.
because your hips are tight.
Ah.
So I'm quite tight through the hips. For
Right.
me to get around and hook it under, it's being limited because I'm tight through here.
Right.
But no stress on
But
it.
that's okay, as long as we can stay. Thank you, Fungai. Transfer your weight to the right leg. Cross the left knee over the right. Wrap your left foot around the right calf. If you lose your balance, you come out, get right back in. Do not give up on yourself. Now, you don't have to wrap it all around the right calf. Go as far as you can. Left knee is up. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over your left. And then twine your palms together. If you want to go deeper, I know some schools do encourage you, you could go forward, which means you need to bend your knee just a little more and then lean forward. Inhale, let's come up. Exhale, untangle yourselves and release. We're done with the balance postures for today. We're going to continue. We have about 3 or 4 minutes. Continue with our standing postures. Bring your heels out about 3 to 4 inches apart, so the insides of your feet are parallel to each other. Inhale, take your arms up, cross your palms over, hold on to the opposite elbows, wiggle your biceps behind your ears. Exhale, fold from the hip. Radan, this posture feels really amazing. Is there a reason? Is it
Well, I think the advantage of having your arms bent
Right.
means that there's a little bit more weight pulling you forward. And it kind of enables you to relax your head, relax your neck.
gets me deep.
And it gets you a little bit deeper into the stretch.
Right.
And regardless of whether you can touch your toes, if you keep your arms above the head and relax the head down, just
Right.
relax the head, then you'll be able to drop right into the movement.
Wow, it really does feel great.
And it's a good lower back release also.
Right, okay, that's probably what it is. Okay, feels really good. Very gently lower your hands to the floor. Place your palms flat on the floor. Take the left leg back and then the right. I'm actually going to come forward. There's stuff in the back of the mat. Exhale, press your heels down, dip your head between your biceps and hold. You mentioned this in 2 episodes ago in the sun salutation and also in the last episode, Radan, about this posture. Would you mind repeating that? Remind us.
Yeah, I think the idea is to push your heels as flat as you can into the floor
Right.
so that the weight comes off your hands and more into your legs. Because otherwise, if you have your weight pushed forward onto your hands,
Right.
it's going to be very difficult to hold it more than a minute or 2.
I can feel the impact on my low back if I have too much weight on my hands.
Yeah. So the idea is to push your chest towards your thighs
Okay.
and lift your hip bones up to the ceiling. And
Yeah.
really extend through, so pushing your arms into the floor as if you could push them 6 inches through the floor.
Wow.
So you get that full extension.
Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Place the left knee on the floor. Uncurl the toes in the left foot. Jonathan, I know the holding times are excessive today, but that's just to warm you up and to watch you sweat. Both palms on your right knee. Exhale and dip. We didn't want to be the only ones to sweat. In the last couple of episodes, we sweated a lot. Now, and this is actually you gave us another great tip in the last episode. You talked about tightening your left buttock so it gets centered.
Yeah.
That
so
way you get a deeper,
So that way when you push forward,
right,
you get a stretch at the front of the hip.
the
Whereas-
quads, right?
Yeah, otherwise what happens is you keep pushing forward and you'll feel it in your lower back. So if you're feeling it in your lower back,
Okay.
you need to squeeze your butt.
Okay, great.
Simple.
Now, one last standing posture. Well, it's partly seated. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right knee. Place your right palm on top of the left. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. I actually feel totally energized when I come out of this.
Yeah, it's
Is
a
that
good one. It's a great
anything
one.
to do with the twist? Is that?
I think you're just concentrating probably more on the movement,
All right.
you know, focusing the mind.
Inhale, let's come out of that and let's switch legs as gracefully as we can. Place both palms beside the right foot and then bring the left foot forward. This posture does involve some balance, so it's okay. If you come out of the posture, get right back in. It's okay to fall out as long as you don't give up. Place both palms on the left knee, exhale and dip. Credits are rolling. While they're rolling, we'd like to acknowledge our crew, Josie and Hurd, Nick Chileshe, and Fungai Moboreke. Thank you so much for being there when we needed you most. Thanks to Malik Parker for the studio lights and the settings in the studio. And the body music by Cesar De Para, opening track from Sapta Tandavam. On behalf of Ron Thomas, Sandy Kane, our special guest Radan Sturm, Jonathan Booth, Talisa Michela, and baby Alexander, this is Banu Suresh. Signing off, you are watching Yoga Express. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. Place your left palm on top of the right. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. Inhale. Let's come out of that and let's just transition into the cat position. Bring your left foot back. You're on hands and knees while the cameras are still rolling. We might start tomorrow's episode with this posture. Curl your toes in. Fingers directly below the shoulders. Palms are directly below the shoulders. Fingers are nicely splayed. Toes are curled in. Knees directly below the hips. We're going to inhale and exhale. And as we do that, our spine is going to move in and out. So we're going to inhale, dip the torso, lift the chin, chest, and buttocks. Let's try that first. Inhale and dip. Exhale, uncurl your toes.